Camelot 331 here, and I have some insane news that just came across, boys. And it's pretty freaking alarming because, to be honest, I don't know who's left there to fire, but it looks like there's been a leak and Best Buy might be taking off a lot of heads. And when is this happening, guys? By the way, you're watching this video right now. It's tomorrow. One day from now, apparently, allegedly, Best Buy is going to be cutting off some heads, and they've had, I think, 3 or 4 major layoffs in the last year and a half so far, and it is not stopping. There's no brakes on this runaway train, all right? It's like the evil villain with the mustache, and he's twizzling it, but it's Corey Berry, the CEO of Best Buy. So I have a message that was sent to me from the inside, and they proved where they work and how they know, and also a leak message from the CEO, and we're going to read it to you right now. So wait until a little bit later to get into that. But before we get into all this mess, I'm shadow banned as hell, so make sure you share this video for all the people working at Best Buy and other places right now. Like the goofy ass video, comment down below, and follow me on Locals in the description. So let's jump into this. So to recap really quick, about a month ago, there was a big cut at Best Buy, and we're gonna go through a little bit of that right now, and then we're gonna get into what's happening tomorrow. It says C and D cuts. We lost 10 people in our store, and most of them were consistently top in apps and NPS, and yet they were let go like nothing. As a full-time advisor, they were the people I and many others looked up to, and now I'm left wondering, is there any point in advancing in this company? I can tell you right now, there is not. Who am I supposed to look up to if not leadership or consultants? I really don't get it. And with this next round of leadership cuts, I generally don't understand what the high-ups are thinking. Well, I can tell you what they're thinking right now. They're thinking to themselves, they can cut all these jobs, get some adjusted net profit, and then woo, cash out and get the hell out. But that's beside the point. That's what's going on right now. It says, was there any consideration given to what existing clients of a senior consultant are to do now? They took our phones and laptops Friday, so there's no way to communicate with these customers about changes. Did anyone think about letting the clients know where they need to go now? I have several 40K plus clients looking to close in the next 30 days. Now what? You left our best customers out to dry. And these are people, these customers are already people that have stuff, okay? That have stuff waiting to be purchased. And what's going to happen? You know, it says, who's supposed to sell premium anything? You cut 2/3 of the most experienced staff, which is just legacy delete. They're cutting the people that make the most money. Who's left that's going to feel motivated to handle complex sales? Nobody. You left nobody in my previous store that knows how Tyler works. Who's going to train them on that? What exactly is the end goal? Are you making this all up day by day? Yes, they are. Customer's biggest complaint, I can never find anyone to help. Shocking. And what does that say to you? I said recently on Twitter, I went in the Best Buy the other day. I had to get some kind of mount for a camera, and that was the only place that had it, and I needed it that damn day. And there was not a person in sight. There was just customers wandering around. They could have stole everything. And no one cares. And you think, you ask yourself this, guys. More staff on the floor, 2 or 3 more people, okay? That's like $120 a day, maybe, if they're making a decent wage. And that's all they're spending. And how much, operating profit are they going to get from that, from selling ass tons of stuff? You would think more. But on paper, to lay them off, it gets them that adjusted amount immediately. And that's all they give a damn about. Let's just dive a little bit further. It says, SC who just got let go, but by the sounds of the pay changes, it seems like it's for the best. Anyway, to all of us getting the axe today, we will find something. God, man, this person right here, wow, this is brutal. I was cut today after my ex cheated on me yesterday. God, that sucks, man. And this is the sucky thing is you're giving your life to these companies, and they could give 2 damns. They could give 2 damns. You know what they should do is offer a fat, delicious severance package for people that have been there that long, but they won't do it. It's just a little silly to me. It's a little silly. And what are we to do about it? What are we to do about it? Well, we're going to go through this one quick, and then we're going to jump right into the secret message that was leaked. This one says, first off, former blue shirt, and I just want to say my thoughts. There's nothing worse than losing your job or having to stress or worry about the job that may be in jeopardy. I wanted to offer some words of advice as some of you may be looking for positions or those that want to be proactive if they are worried that they will be next. The first piece of advice I can give you is make sure your LinkedIn is up to date, baby. Make sure you got a good profile picture, boys. Many recruiters and managers look through these profiles. Secondly, make sure your resume is up to date. Third, network. Fourth, interviews. When you get an interview, be prepared with questions. Lastly, this is very important, guys, and this is for everybody that's watching this about these layoffs that could be coming tomorrow at Best Buy. It says, realize that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It could be hard to think positive when around negativity. Take time to enjoy your hobbies and stay connected with friends and family. No truer statement ever uttered. Because I know what it's like. Trust me, I've been there. Okay, I get it. And it sucks. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. So let's go through the message. Are you guys ready?
Are you ready?
So this message says they're doing massive layoffs of retail supervisors and C&D supervisors, specifically sales and managers and Geek Squad managers. It's going to be insane. And I would love for you to make it public before it happens. So maybe it gives some time for people to start looking for another job instead of being SOL. Which, let's be honest, it's only a day before. So some more specifics of the layoffs. Some of the retail supervisors will be able to keep their jobs with a title change to experienced supervisor. The pay cap for the job will be increased, but they will not receive a pay increase until next year. They'll be expected to do the jobs of ASMs without ASM pay. Sounds like literally every single freaking corporate company that I come in contact with. The consultant and designer supervisors are 100% just going to be gone because last month is when they got rid of a lot of the C&D team, and that's what we were just talking about 2 seconds ago. Each micro market will have one C&D manager that will travel between stores in their micro market. That's a Walmart move, by the way. Specialty sales managers will be downgraded to experienced supervisors if there's no room for them. If they don't want to take the demotion, they are out of a job. Plus, they won't get severance because they were offered another company spot. Uh-oh! And that's how they get out of severance, guys. Geek Squad managers, just like the C&D managers, there will only be one of them per micro market that will travel to all stores. This is a huge because each store has a GSM. The new title will be Experience Service Manager. Ooh. All right. So that is the details around the layoffs and what's going on with Best Buy. So if you're watching this and you're working there, this is what's going on. Now, a question was posed to the CEO, basically about what's going on with morale because you're firing everybody every 2 seconds. Let's read that real quick. So this says Seth McCain Basham, Wedbush Securities Incorporated Research Division, MD of Equity Research. My question is around store labor. Now, this is being asked to Corey Berry, the CEO. You guys have made a lot of changes to the labor model over the last year, and you're continuing to iterate. I'd like to get a sense from you as to what you think the status is of morale within the labor force. And then secondly, whether or not the lack of specialized roles could impact customer service levels in a negative way. Yes, and yes. So I'll speak to that real quick. Well, how is morale? Terrible. They don't care about that. And I love how this question's being posed as how is the morale over the labor force? Almost as if it's a bunch of robots, like animals, right? So let's go ahead and read what Corey Berry, the CEO, says. All right, this says CEO and director. This is what Corey Berry responded with. I'm going to start with the second part of the question. I'll work my way backwards. There is still very specialized labor in our stores, and we're very proud of that, boys. And we are working very hard to make sure that we retain and continue to develop that very specialized experience over time. I think what we're trying to do is make sure with how many and what type of people are coming into our stores and what it is they need. And so we have continued to obviously invest in wages. What?
Shut up, bitch. Oh my God.
People were complaining a month ago that they got like a 4-cent raise, but okay, whatever. We were one of the first to go minimum $15 an hour. So this is where corporate executives like to highlight what they did like 7 years ago. This is what we did, and this is what we did. Not what they're doing now, it's what they did. But keep in mind, if you work there, it's what you're doing now and not what you did. What have you done for me lately is the phrase. Our hourly wages are up more than 25% versus pre-pandemic. We're overarchingly investing hundreds of millions of dollars in benefits and also, importantly, investing in career development and culture, and then really doing a lot of work to make sure we are bringing our employees along as we make these changes, involving them in the decisions, and really trying to make sure that they feel like they have a voice. What? Hold on. Is this real life? You fired like 75% of them up to this point. Without notice. What do you mean you're trying hard to bring them with you? You fired them without notice, bro. Oh my God. Before I start getting heated, let's try to continue reading this bullshit. Our turnover remains very low. Very low, guys. It's consistent year over year. is incredibly low in some of the most key areas, like our general managers, which they're laying off tomorrow. Our general managers, by the way, that's like the one person in each store. Of course, I'm so surprised why they're staying long enough. A second indicator, we continue to see a very high level of applications. They're claiming, okay, they fired probably around 70% of their entire workforce and rehired some of them at a lower rate, by the way, which wouldn't factor into any of these numbers, by the way. But they fired all these people, and they think that's a good indicator of morale because they kept general managers. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The third, you can imagine we measure employee engagement, and we measure it very consistently, and not just at the high level. Like, here's the number. We're looking literally region, store by store, distribution center by distribution center. How engaged are our employees, and what can we do? How do we read these verbatims? How do we pull these themes? So we're doing everything we can to create the most engaged workforce. So it's constant work. So this last part was cut off, but it says right here, it said, it's not easy for our employees to go through this level of constant change. And I'm incredibly proud that so many are choosing to stay with us and continue to build this culture for the future. So are they measuring this based on what? There was no details given. It's just like, we measure everything. And that was it. That was it. But all these layoffs are apparently coming tomorrow, guys. Coming tomorrow. Okay, and that is what, June 3rd? June 2nd. We'll see what goes down. So if you work at Best Buy, boys, comment down below. Share this with all your boys. Do everything you can to spread the message. Because it ain't right to lay people off without notice. It's just not, man. You're required. And by required, I mean it's good practice and looked down upon if you don't give a 2-week, 1 month, or 2 month notice on your job. They don't have to give one to you. Why is that? Why are people held to a higher standard than multi-million-dollar corporations? Blows my ass right out the water, boys. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Please share this with your boys. I'm shadow banned. Do everything you can to get the message out. And do me a favor. Get the hell on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah.